The next limitation on right-of-way is called acquiring right-of-way. When a boat acquires right-of-way, she shall initially give the other boat room to keep clear. That's pretty straightforward. When you get right-of-way, you need to give the other boat some time to react and begin keeping clear. You can't just get right-of-way and then immediately cause a collision or penalty. The racing rules never require a boat to anticipate any situation. Rule 15 starts to apply as soon as right-of-way is acquired. Sailors often get confused about this fact and believe that if a boat saw she was going to lose right-of-way, she should have acted prior to losing right-of-way. However, as soon as a boat loses right-of-way, she must immediately begin to keep clear. It is important to act quickly, as the protections provided by the word initially do not last long. Now there's a second part to this rule. Unless she acquires right-of-way because of the other boat's actions. This clause can come into play if a boat jives from starboard onto port. All of the boats sailing on starboard at that time gain right-of-way without any delay. The idea here is the boat knew she was going to jibe, so she should not expect any protection from right-of-way boats. The protections of this rule are applied only to boats who had no choice in losing their right-of-way. The rule says that a right-of-way boat must give the other boat room. So let's take a quick look at the definition of room so that we can better understand the right-of-way boat's obligations. The definition of room is as follows. The space that a boat needs in the existing conditions while maneuvering promptly in a seaman-like way. The definition of room covers both space on the water and the time that can be taken. Promptly means performed readily, quickly, and almost immediately. It is clear that the other boat must react to the change in right-of-way almost immediately. Seaman-like means responsible, prudent, and safety conscious. A boat acquiring right-of-way cannot force the other boat to make a maneuver that carries a high risk of capsize, for example. Now, the middle part of the rule, including the space to comply with her obligations under the rules of Part 2, means that room also includes the space necessary to avoid other right-of-way boats. For example, a boat that acquires right-of-way may not be able to force a keep clear boat to avoid her, if doing so would inevitably cause a collision with another right-of-way boat. Now let's take some examples of how this rule can come into play. In our first example, we have two boats sailing downwind on port tack, and they are overlapped. The green boat has right-of-way because she is the leeward boat. The purple boat wants to jibe onto starboard. The purple boat decides to jibe from port onto starboard. She now has the right-of-way because she is the starboard boat and the green boat is on port. However, they are looking at an immediate collision. The purple boat has broken Rule 15 because she did not give the green boat room to initially keep clear. What could she have done instead? She could shed some speed and jibe to go behind the green boat. She knows that her right-of-way is limited immediately after jibing, and so she must avoid the green boat. Or she can make some space between herself and the green boat so that once she is jibed, the green boat has some room to respond. The green boat would then need to jibe as well or sail behind the purple boat. Our second example is a common situation on the starting line. We have the orange boat, luffing, waiting to start on starboard. The purple boat is coming in looking for a place to start. In the first position, the orange boat has right-of-way. She is luffing her sails on starboard. She has not gone head to wind, so the while tacking rule does not apply. The purple boat is also on starboard, but she is clear astern. The clear head boat, orange, has right-of-way. The purple boat comes up on the leeward side of the orange boat and very close to her. The purple boat is possibly yelling up, and then they gently bump guttles. Once the purple boat becomes overlapped with orange, Purple acquires right of way. However, she must initially give the other boat room to keep clear. Purple has come up so close to orange that orange does not have any room to maneuver. Thus, purple has not given orange room to keep clear, and purple has broken Rule 15, acquiring right of way. She must give the orange boat space and time to maneuver away from her. The same situation often happens on the downwind leg as well. In this example, at position 1, the purple boat is clear astern of green, and both boats are on port tack. Therefore, green has right of way because she is the clear ahead boat. Purple gains some speed and establishes an overlap with green to leeward and very close to her. If green were to turn up to get away from purple, her stern would swing out and the two boats would collide. Purple has acquired right of way, but has not initially given the green boat room to keep clear. Thus, purple has broken Rule 15. She needs to leave more space when she acquires right of way so that green can maneuver to keep clear. I would like to alert you to a second situation that can catch some sailors by surprise. It is very similar to our previous situation with an important difference. At position 1, green is again clear ahead of purple. Green has right of way, but the boats are very far apart. At position 2, green and purple are still far apart, but purple has now gained an overlap. At this point, there's plenty of room for green to keep clear of purple, and she must immediately begin taking action to do so. Green doesn't notice that the overlap has been established and continues on her course. Maybe she didn't have great visibility of her leeward side or was focused on the course ahead. Purple has satisfied her obligations to give green space and time to keep clear. Sometime later, green and purple converge. Green has now broken Rule 11, windward leeward, because she has not kept clear of the leeward boat. It's possible this can lead to a disagreement, with green feeling like she wasn't given room to keep clear. If purple does not see green change her course at position 2, she could hail to green to let her know that an overlap has been established. This isn't necessary under the rules, but could help to avoid an argument later. Thanks for watching, and in the next video, we're going to talk about another limitation on right of way, changing course.